Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Cook. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Throwing on 1st down. Burgess toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. On 1st and 10, Burgess firing quickly here, and that's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Handoff comes to Cook, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, Burgess. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. This is Perry, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go! What? 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What?
Operating from the gun. Burgess. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
To throw on second down. Burgess over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Burgess. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
From the gun, Burgess. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Miami. You take it right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Here we go. Brand 38.
A give. This is Cook. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burgess. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Back to throw. Burgess. He gets it to Humphries. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Balaj. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Cousins now on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points in.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. I got 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey. 4 down.
Operating from the gun, Burgess. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
All right, now here we go. Oh. Wide. Wait, hot.
Here's a run with Delage. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd down, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Cousins, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38.
They run it again with Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go.
Now Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. What? 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's going to air this out for Baldwin, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. What? Nine.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Again, it's Cook. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Burgess. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. What? 90.
From the gun, Burgess. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Operating from the gun, Burgess. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Raymond now on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing is Cousins. And the Raiders have got him. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, wide open, complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 53 yards. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Kelly. Going to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
From the gun, Burgess. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Burgess, incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Burgess. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Cut.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
38.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Burgess. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run. Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Flex round! Flex round!
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cook, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Rhino!
They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you.